As I was talking about earlier, inspiration is something that you are never gonna know when it's gonna hit you. Sometimes I will be thinking about something completely unrelated or doing something totally innocuous or just kind of relaxing and vegetating, so to speak. And I realize exactly how right Lewis Carroll was. The mind is one heck of a rabbit hole to go down. And I was reading a book about a biography about somebody from the 1970s, and it happened to just make this passing mention in a sentence of a CIA mission. And that got me thinking back to when this mission actually happened. And part of the smokescreen that they came up for it was they published all these stories in what was then known as the Weekly Reader. It was this little kind of mini newspaper that school kids across the country got every week. You know, it was free, and it had games, it had stories, it had news and everything else, and it was really cool. It was supposed to get you interested in current events, in reading, and in all this other stuff. And they were all excited about this ship called the Glomar Explorer, and it was supposed to harvest these manganese nodules, you know, mineral deposits from the bottom of the ocean floor. And since it was really deep, it had to be this really special kind of ship with this special kind of crane and all this other stuff. And it's going on. And you're just reading it because it sounds like so cool. A mining operation on the bottom of the Pacific. It had little updates about it every week. And then all of a sudden, nothing. I mean, absolutely nothing. Well, being kids, you know, you're easily distracted by the next shiny object. So, you know, they put in new games or cartoons or whatever it was, and you thought no more about it. Wasn't until a few years later that I start finding out some of the backstory. It was actually this elaborate CIA mission to raise a sunken Soviet nuclear submarine. And it was something that easily could have started World War III. Reading about that and remembering that became the inspiration, kind of, you know, the basis for the backstory to my Roadhouse Sons spy novel series. The secret submarine, the secret mission, it's all supposed to be something completely innocuous, but it's something very deadly. Though in my stories, it did start World War III. So always be open to inspiration, because you never know where this idea for a story might come from. I have another one about, well, wrestlers. That one's coming out pretty soon. You know, masked wrestlers, masked murder, masked confusion. There's one about Santas, a professional Santa. Santa Claus meets Sherlock Holmes. Dr. Watson is an elf. Hey, stranger things have happened. So be ready to ride this really cool roller coaster of inspiration, because you don't know where it's going to start, and you sure as heck don't know where it's going to end up.